We are back again. Now, let's take a sharp turn into the future and beyond with the session of artificial intelligence. The AI is no longer a science fiction. It's here. It's shaping our lives in real time. Our next speaker is a true pioneer in this space. Please welcome Dr. Dala Farouqi, an education strategy and management expert, focuses on future proving in holistic education for lifelong learning cycle. Her talk today will explore the promise and responsibilities that come with artificial intelligence and what it means to stay a human in the digital world. Let's everybody welcome Dr. Dala Farouqi.
Assalamu alaikum. Kif halkum? I am honored to be here. Looking forward to the presentation. And I'm going to try and also man the controls at the same time, or woman the controls. So I have the opportunity to talk to you today about something that you've pretty much been hearing about all day, every day, multiple times a day, but we're going to try and mix it up to make it more interesting for you. And that is about AI. And we're going to talk about AI in terms of innovation, in terms of your future, and in terms of ethics and values. Before we go into it, a little bit about me. My name is Dr. Dala Farouqi Kakos. I am, like the speaker before me, Adel, just said, thank you for that introduction. I work with the Education, Human Development and Community Development Council here. It's called EHCD. And we work with all the entities of ministries that have anything to do with education and human development, like the title says. So we work with the Ministry of Family, Ministry of Ed, Higher Ed, Community Empowerment, Ministry of Human Resources and Amortization, and beyond. Because our goal is for students and learners from 0 to 99 to be able to get onto that learning cycle, sort of like a cycle track if you do any biking, and get on and off that cycle track whenever they wish, however they wish, and to learn whatever they wish. So we want to enable that for everyone's future. I've worked in a few other places listed here, and I firmly believe that in order for me to be able to speak, and I am honored to do that today, I have to come with experience as a former teacher and as a former student, not just as a government advisor. So this is what I've done in my past, and this is not me, this is an elephant, right? So how many of you know the saying that there's an elephant in the room? Okay, so for us, and one of actually where I graduated from, our mascot was an elephant. At Tufts University, you know, universities have mascots, and usually they're animals. Ours was an elephant. So when I was walking to and from class every day, I would always see the life-size statue of Barnum, I think it was called, the elephant. And the thing is, it's very similar to what you guys have in your rooms and in your classrooms today, because you also have an elephant in the room, but it's imaginary. So the elephant is actually AI. And we can call it and we can say hello to it, and with any change, you can also choose to ignore it. So what we're going to do is an imagination exercise, and bear with me, you can close your eyes if you wish, and part of that imagination is I want you to imagine coming with a student, let's say a 6-year-old named Tariq, and he is a student in grade 1, and the elephant is in the room with him throughout his life, throughout his learning life as well. And part of that is we're going to go through that experience of how AI will grow and be with him, but he is the one leading the elephant. Okay? So this is Khaled at 6 years old. He has a joy in discovering. They look at things together. The elephant is there, but it is not leading. The elephant is supporting his learning, and it is supporting a lot of critical thinking, discussions, creation, there is no devices. There is something that they can play with and they can work together on. So this is what we see as AI in the future, and even now, going forward. We can learn with it, and we can learn at a young age, but not necessarily in the ways that we directly think it could be. We want to welcome it and embrace it. It's no longer an elephant that's being ignored. It's something that is there in terms of support. So this is Tariq at 11, and he has hidden talents that have been flagged already because of the elephant. And the elephant helps him build things and continue to look at his strengths in the classroom and beyond. So there's a lot of ethics and values that are being built here. So part of the ethics and culture that we see here in the country, those are being ingrained with the elephant and through Tariq's learning. And in terms of talent spotting, that's starting too. So one of the greatest hopes we have is that it nurtures, that it includes, and it makes your strengths come up into the surface for you to work on more. So we're not going to be flagging weaknesses as much as strengths. Strengths is something you can build on and have a happy, resilient life. And this is what we want for our children going forward, right? So this is him at 16. He's growing quickly, isn't he? So in terms of what the elephant is doing with him, in terms of learning, it is helping him make choices and to create. So he is now a creator with his friends, with his classmates. And then building the progress, the analytics, the questioning, this is all things that will come into play. And while he's doing that, he's building his elephant. So everybody has their own elephant with their own values, their own ethics, many shared and many individualized. But that is there as a classmate. Now, Tariq is growing up, like I told you, he's a young adult and he's 20 and he's in university. And he is studying based on his talents and his flagged strengths that we talked about at 16. There's conscious debate, critical reasoning already ingrained in the learning. The professors are supported, not replaced, supported by AI and looking beyond into what he can interact with. So now he's interacting, and that's already happening, you know, interacting with global classmates, looking at virtual field trips. He's sort of interested in design at this point. He's looking into different kinds of buildings and landmarks, and we'll see what he becomes. So Tariq is now 28, and he is an architect. Part of that is because of the strengths that were flagged to him and with him, with that elephant. The elephant now helps him build real-life simulation models. It helps him stay informed on what's the newest thing in sustainability, because he loves building sustainable, net zero, carbon-free buildings. And this is something that he wants to become a leader in the region. Now Tariq is a parent, and the elephant is there, not just for him, but for his daughter Aisha. So in terms of a co-parent, the elephant helps him read a bedtime story to Aisha. How? Not by reading it himself, but making sure that the family values that they have agreed upon for that month's bedtime stories are ingrained in each one of them every night. Looking into, for example, female empowerment as the theme for this month, or mental resilience as the theme for next month's reading and bedtime stories. So Khaled and Aisha get to grow that together in terms of family and family resilience and family bonding. The elephant is something that we can take forward and we can lead. And if we shape it ourselves, we shape it with strength and resilience and values, it is not something that will ever take over, because we are the architects. We are the ones that are building it. And the architects are you, me, your teachers, your parents. And like Tariq being an architect, you are the architects of your future. AI is a support. It will help and support you, like the elephant in the room, that you have now made peace with, and you no longer ignore, because it is there to help and guide in terms of what you want it to guide you with. So anything you feel like you wish to give, it can help you give that, and you provide that leadership going forward. So with regards to what we do, this is what we do. We want to support you, we want to support learning, we want to support it in the face of fear, in the face of unfamiliarity, in the face of unfamiliar territory. We want to support it in a new era of learning, which is not only about integrating it into the ways of courses and classes that we think of now, but also integrating it into new ways of classes and courses going forward. So AI can be integrated and it can also support. And we really look forward to seeing that happen. I know KBZA has been doing amazing things with regards to AI testing and piloting, and we're already taking those forward as lessons learned, believe it or not. You guys are inspiration for a lot of things, and we look forward to working more with you. We look forward to learning with you, and we look forward to your future enabled and supported by AI. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Dala. And we wish a future nothing less than fantastic to Tariq and to all the other Tariqs in the world. Next, a curious and creative grade 10 student who's been thinking deeply about the intersection of AI in daily life. She's here to share her unique take on how AI is more than just a code, it's a force reshaping the way we live, learn, and connect. Let's give a very warm welcome to Mariam Abdouli of KBZA.
For the first time in history, we've created something that doesn't wait for our command. It thinks for itself and for us. Now we listen and we don't judge, okay? Raise your hand if you've ever asked ChatGPT for help. Wow, that's almost everyone. Now what if I said that AI didn't just give you answers, it learned the way you think. It noticed what you liked, what you skipped, and what made you smile. Creepy, yes, but also kind of amazing. Close your eyes for a few moments. Now, fast forward to 2035. Imagine you enter a gallery where every painting is made by AI. The colors are perfect and everything looks just right, but something feels missing. There is no story behind the brush. There is no emotion in the lines. AI made the art, but it didn't feel it. It didn't dream, it didn't wonder. And that makes us ask, can something truly be called art, even if it wasn't made with feelings? There is a quote I love that says, "Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn." That's how I describe myself in a sentence. We learn in many different ways. Some learn by reading quietly. Others learn by listening. Maybe you learned in a different way, and that makes each one of us unique. But for me, I learned by touching everything around me. I learned by exploring, by asking questions that might sound silly, by doing things the wrong way before I find the right one. And it took me time to realize that's normal. Now imagine if AI was a teacher. It would be amazing, right? Because AI can teach us in many different ways. It can change its way of teaching and its tune. It wouldn't mind repeating the lesson and it wouldn't get tired. But wait, think about it first. What is something we have that AI can never replace? I'd say emotions and those legendary facial expressions. Like when your mom gives you that look, you know, the one where she doesn't say a word, but in your soul, you remember every single mistake you've ever made since birth. Scary, but you have to know that that's what AI can never replace. AI is everywhere, but now it's coming to our classrooms. On the 5th of May, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum announced that AI will be officially taught as a subject, all the way from kindergarten to graduations, as if we don't have much already. At first, I disagreed. What if I don't need AI in my career? Then why study? Why put in all the effort for nothing? But His Highness' words changed a whole idea in my mind when he said, we have to prepare our children for a future that's different from our present, with new skills, new challenges, and new ways of thinking, so that our country can keep growing and moving forward for many, many years. These words changed everything in me. It made me ask myself something I never thought I would. Should we really be afraid of AI or from who's behind it? AI is a powerful tool, and with a great tool comes great responsibility. AI is helpful, but if we use it too much, it can slowly take away our creativity. It gives us quick, perfect answers, so we stop thinking deeply and using or trying new things. We might as well just copy its ideas instead of using our own. And that reminded me when one of my dearest teachers once told me, when you copy from AI, you're shooting yourself in the foot. And that teacher is here with us today. To you, I want to say thank you, because you taught me that AI shouldn't be a shortcut. It should be a tool to achieve, to learn, and to create. Let me tell you a quick story. One day, I sat down to write a poem. I had the idea, but the words wouldn't come, so I turned to ChatGPT for help. I asked for a poem about whom? Wait, that actually was a good rhyme. Anyways, it gave me a perfect poem. It was flawless, perfect grammar, beautiful words, and smooth rhymes. But as I was reading it, I didn't feel myself in it. That wasn't my story. So I grabbed a paper and a pen, and I wrote my own story. It wasn't as perfect, and the grammar wasn't the best. But at that moment, that felt like me. It wasn't the perfect version of me, it was the real me, that creative, funny person. That's when I realized that AI can create the beauty, never the meaning. AI is not the story, you are. By a show of hands, who here thinks AI is a hero? And who thinks AI is a villain? If you ask me, I'd say it's neither. AI is just a pen to write a story, our story. As you can see, this is a book with no words yet. Because this is a story AI hasn't learned, the story we haven't told, the story of our better selves. So when you walk out of here today, I want you to ask yourself one thing. How am I going to change the world using AI? Here, I leave my words on stage. And now, the story begins, and you're the main character. The future is right in front of you. The pen is in your hand, and the path is right in front of you. And your choices are what draws the future. AI can help us, but the heart, the emotions, the feelings, that comes from us. So never forget, the future isn't written in codes, it's written with courage. Thank you.
We're pretty sure, Mariam, that you're going to write a lot of successful stories in this notebook. Thank you so much. Now, a little bit away from AI and codes. I remember throughout my childhood, there was no day, no such morning starts without a Fairuz song in the background. We're going to listen to a Fairuz song right now, performed by Zayed from grade 11 and Miss Tania, but this time on the oud. Enjoy the moment. Very nostalgic, isn't it? Next, we have another young thinker from grade 10. He's fascinated by the ethical side of artificial intelligence, the big questions, the gray areas, and the role we play in shaping the future of technology. Please give a very warm welcome to Ahmed Khaled al-Mheri.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Come on. Step into a time machine with me for a second. Picture this. It's the late 1970s. You find yourself in a dusty little garage in California. There's a young guy tinkering away with circuit boards and wires. You walk up to him, and that guy is Steve Jobs. You hand him a sleek, paper-thin laptop from 2025. Now imagine his reaction when you show him what this thing can do. You tell it to create a poem. Boom! Done in 5 seconds. You tell it to create a beat, design a logo, or create an image. Mind absolutely blown. See, to visionaries like him, this kind of machine would have looked like magic. But here we are. We live in that someday world because the future is now. Now back to today. How many of you have caught someone at class or at work just fly through an assignment using ChatGPT? You know who I'm talking about. It's that one friend who types a prompt and suddenly they've got an essay, a summary, and even a joke to go with it. Artificial intelligence is no longer science fiction. And yeah, it does have some room for development, but despite that, it's baked into our daily lives. Your phone suggests your next text. Algorithms knows your taste better than your best friend. Your smartwatch, it tracks your health better than you do. From driving cars to diagnosing diseases, AI is truly in every corner of our lives. But here's the thing. With all this tech around us, many of us don't actually understand what AI really is. We don't stop and ask, what is it doing for me? How does it work? And is it always a good thing? There's a huge gap, not just in knowledge, but in awareness. There are people who either overuse AI or avoid it entirely. Both extremes are truly setting us back. Let's break this down. First of all, we've all seen this. Someone discovers how easy life is with AI, and in a blink of an eye, they rely on it for everything. And why think when a machine can do it for you, right? That's dangerous. When we lean too hard on AI, we stop exercising our critical thinking and creativity. If you're letting AI do all the planning, the solving, the writing, are you really learning, or are you just costing? And then there's the empathy issue. AI doesn't feel. It can mimic emotion, yeah, sure, but it doesn't understand it. Think of writing a love letter to a mother. Would you really let a chatbot do that for you? Probably not. And now I have a sample with you written by AI. Dear Mom, from the earliest days of my life, your presence has been my constant light. Your hands held me before I knew the world, and your voice was the melody that taught me peace. You've been my guide, my strength, my home. I carry your love in everything I do. Thank you for the sacrifices, the warmth, and the unwavering support, and so on. The choices of words, the language, the grammar, it's all perfect, but it just lacks a soul. Think of a modern and futuristic city that's actually dull and dystopian. That's what it is. There's no context. AI is just doing what it's told to do. It's not genuine. There's a deep human connection that AI just can't replicate. Not yet, and what am I saying? Probably never. On the flip side, there are people who avoid AI entirely, like it's a cheat code or a trap. I'll be honest, I was one of them. Ever since AI was thriving, especially during the pandemic, I thought that using AI was like cutting corners, that it was lazy. But I've realized how wrong I really was. It turned out that using AI isn't how you avoid thinking. It's a tool to help you do better. Just like a calculator doesn't replace math, It helps you navigate through these problems better and more efficient. AI doesn't kill creativity. It enhances it if you use it correctly. Anyways, there are people who avoid AI out of fear. Some think it's too technical, and the rest, they don't trust it at all. I'll tell you the truth. AI is here to stay. Avoiding it doesn't make it go away. It just means that you're missing out on its full potential. But why does this matter? Why am I standing right here in Khalifa Zayed al-Awal? You see, AI is already powering our world. It's in your phones, GPS, even traffic lights. The next thing you know, there'll be AI-powered toasters. It's shaping your newsfeed and job market. Whether we like it or not, it's influencing our lives in subtle and not so subtle ways. So if we don't understand it, that's a problem, and I'll tell you why. First of all, when we let AI think for us, we stop developing original ideas. So creativity shrinks. When we let AI machines do the work for us, we don't get better, we get lazier. So skills decay. If we misunderstand the AI, we end up with doomsday headlines and scenarios. So fear spreads. AI can also confidently give wrong answers. It doesn't know truth from fiction unless we tell it. So false information spread. And lastly, AI is trained on data, and data can be flawed. If we don't question its outputs, we inherit its blind spots and limits. So acceptance without question. But what can we do? We need a new mindset, not how AI will replace us, but how AI will empower us. I need you people to be asking questions, staying curious, knowing when to lean on AI and when to step back and think for ourselves. We need to teach AI ethics in schools, not just coding. And thankfully, in the near future, that is going to happen in the UAE. And we also need to encourage critical thinking with the AI, not by resisting it. Here's what I believe. Artificial intelligence is not the enemy of human intelligence. It's the extension of it. Wait, let me put it in this way. Say you want to microwave some leftover pizza. Leave it too long, and you'll end up with some rubbery pile of regret that tastes like sadness and cardboard. That was a perfectly good pizza you ruined. But anyways, that wasn't the microwave's fault. It's all on you. Like any tool, AI's values depends on the hands that use it. Used well, it can multiply your impact, expand our creativity, and unlock a whole new realm of possibilities. But we have to stay awake. We have to stay human. So the next time you use AI to help you write, build, learn, or create, don't just ask, what is this tool doing for me? Also ask, what am I learning from it? Because the real power of AI isn't how it can replace us. It is what it can help us become. Thank you.
Do you think that Ahmed has said it all? He did amazing. But we've got another grade 11 student who has still more to tell us about AI. He's sharing his thoughts on how students can use AI, not just be shaped by it. Welcome on stage, Ahmed from grade 11.
Have you ever stopped to think just how much AI is already a part of our life? It's in the recommendation Netflix gives you. It's behind the voice of your smart assistant. It even helps doctors find signs of cancer faster than ever before. And that's just scratching the surface. Now imagine this, a world where AI helps us predict natural disasters before they strike. A world where every student have their own personalized tutors, available 24/7. That world isn't a fantasy. It's being built right now. But here's what we don't talk about enough. Who is building that future? How are we choosing what AI should and shouldn't do? Because while AI has the power to solve huge problems, it also has the power to create new ones. Biased, inequalities, and loss of privacy, just to name a few. So the real future of AI isn't about technology. It's about the value we teach it, the rules we set, and the vision we have for the world we want to live in. We don't just need wiser, smarter machines. We need wiser decisions made by humans. We envision an era where AI becomes essential against natural disasters, a tireless tutor for every student, and the architect of seamless urban mobility. Yet, as we build this remarkable future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahmed. And with Ahmed, we wrap up the third session, the AI session.